Hello, hello. I am Lynn Browder, and I am attempting to not paint flowers. Oh, I laugh at myself. I like painting flowers, and I'll get back to painting flowers. I'm just trying to branch out just a wee bit. And I really have to get this board thing under control because it's tending to make a lot of noise to me. My background is green, and my son Owen helps me paint the backgrounds with a hand-over-hand method, and then I paint the rest. And so I am just adding some more texture to it, or so I think. I am attempting to do another kind of landscape. Last night I did one. I laughed so hard when I was doing this one because when oh, I swallowed wrong. When I did this one, when I took the picture when it was wet, this looked like a bedazzled, like, piece of pie running down the mountain. And so, oh, I got choked up now. So it just is gonna continue to crack me up forever and ever, because it, I'm learning how to do dimensions, and I've been painting with my son for about 4 years now, over 5. Oh, I truly need to look that date up because it all blends together. I would say it's over 5 years now. But I'm still learning. I will be the first to admit that I am still 100% learning how to get colors right, how to get textures right, how to get emotions. I'm still learning. And so I never say that I have I've mastered painting, because I've come a long way. I have come a very long way. But that's the beauty of painting. You can, take something that you feel more comfortable with, flowers, and then keep going. You can keep going and growing. And, I'm just kind of working through this, and I don't even, really want to make this completely blue up here, because I like that it has a random texture to it, and that's part of the life of the painting. So it's not going to be completely blue. That's probably a little brighter blue than I wanted, but we'll make it mush back in there. Because I just kind of wanted some of the more like gray tones. I almost did it again. I almost grabbed that bright blue. I don't dislike the bright blue, but I just wanted it kind of more of the muted family. So, I figure I will kind of add this in here And then I'm going to attempt to put a barn in here and see how dimensions, you know, I started painting so that I could work with my son on how that bright blue threw me off because I was really happy with where I was. And now we've added a whole, I didn't want it this thick, but again, life happens. I really truly started painting so that I could paint with Owen and work on his fine motor skills. And the more that I painted with Owen, the more I realized it truly is not about painting with Owen. It was more about painting for me. Even though that's what it was about, it still is more like I'm painting for me. And the thickness of that truly doesn't matter because I'm about to cover it all up. I was trying to decide what kind of color I wanted, but I'm still thinking I want more of these muted colors, but I want it to kind of branch out. So I'm going to do a couple trees. I was thinking I was going to do some animals, but little outlines of animals, they might as well be stick figures. I draw or paint animals, but they're not like a true representation of animals. I don't know why I keep swallowing. I keep taking the wrong breaths. So I don't like, I was thinking about just making some outline of animals, but I'm just afraid that that won't really go over very well, like how I need them to look. So I'm thinking I might probably avoid animals. So we'll see. We'll see as I make other things. But we're just gonna kind of do some stuff there and see if I can not choke again. Ugh. I don't know what's it's like I've got a frog in my throat. So now to draw a barn. Red is harder sometimes. Yellow to me is one of the hardest colors to really truly make, like, if I feel like I have to do numerous layers to make it even halfway colorful. And depending on the red and what you're putting it on, that feels the same way to me. So I'm gonna have to like put it on there and then probably do a couple layers. I'm trying to decide what style barn, if I want more of a like I can't even think, like, the different, there's pole barns, different things like that, but the shape, like the A-frame versus the I can't even think what they're called, but a more pitched roof or more of a squared off roof. So I haven't decided, so I'm just kind of making this square for right now. And dry for a minute. I'm terrible about, if you've watched my videos before, I'm terrible about waiting for things to dry. That's why I pretty much just go through all of the things at one time, because it's just really, really hard for me to wait. I don't want to wait. I want to just get it all done. So, I'm going to kind of do another tree just in there. And this time I'm going to use a lot more of the gray. It'll probably even be hard to like tell the difference with it, but I'm just going to make it just a little one right here. And hopefully that color will be offset enough that it'll kind of show up on it. And see how that's just like, I'm going to put another, a different brush on it to give it some other, probably should have made the barn like more of like the background, like a little barn, like way out in the boondocks. So we're just gonna, but you know, we didn't make it small, we made it big. All my brushes are rolling around together. So I'm going to kind of make a slanted, we'll see, we might have to end up changing this, but I'm gonna make a slanted kind of roof here. Let's see how it goes. It might look more like a cooler. Oh my word. It probably should. I'm always afraid to have water on my painting table though, because I am dangerous when it comes to like liquids around, and so I'm always afraid that that's gonna cause, you know, me to knock something over or something. So I don't want to necessarily have a glass of water or even a bottle of water, because I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid. So I'm not sure that this is the right style that I want it to be, because it looks more like a person, like a robot or something. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna make the roof kind of come down like this a little bit more. I'm not even sure how that's working for it, or why that is going to work for it. It probably isn't, but I probably need we're just gonna keep making it more of a hat. I crack myself up with things like this. So we're gonna move on to the door, and then that will that'll make it look more like a barn, right? Mm. Seriously, looks like it's wearing a hat. It looks like it's wearing a hat. It really looks like it's wearing a hat. How am I going to fix the non-hat wearing barn? I wanted this to be shown a little bit better, but that is also probably not what I should have done. I'm just like, I'm making it lighter to make it darker. The barn hat, it's just cracking me up, folks. If you, well, the video I did yesterday, I laughed about the snow because I was over the snow, making the snow before I even started the snow, but then I kept making the snow, so it was kind of funny. So now I've got to get my barn hat on and make the barn hat less barn hat. It's got to be less barn hat. Let's make some more windows first here. Let's make a window. Let's make a window. Now it's going to... Seriously, folks, this looks like, it looks like a hat. We've got a hat. There's a hat. I didn't want that up there. Okay. So, when all else fails, you reinvent the wheel. Okay. So, this is what happens. You have to... It looked like a hat. I can't have the barn looking like it's wearing a hat. But that's how it was happening. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn from a hat wearing barn to a non-hat wearing barn. But we've got to get... We've got to get it back in control here. Oh, I'm telling you, I crack myself up when I'm making stuff sometimes. Okay, I feel like we're gonna get there. I should have made a little barn. I had little barn thoughts, and then that is not what happened, as you can tell. So, okay, here we go. It's probably the color that's making me it should probably be more black, maybe. So we'll start with that. Okay. We're getting closer to varnish. Varnish, varnish. I gotta find my black. Oops, I hit the light. I don't have very much black left. I need to get some more. I'm out of my favorite colors, which I have got to get to that. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna add some varnish looks. Clearly, I need to study barns more. I had it in my head what the barn was going to look like, and that did not represent very well. I feel almost like I wanted to make it a point, but I'm going to leave it like that. And then kind of make a big line up here, like a opening thingamabobby. So, you know, it's kind of faded out. It's coming apart. As all good barns should. Oh my. Oh, that's like not what I want to have happen with the cough and the choke. See, you can hide all the fun stuff with a little more paint. We just go up the edge here, act like it was meant to be. Everything can be meant to be. It can. That's, you just keep going until, and if we put, maybe we grab some, let's see, this may or may not be, we want a little more tan. I think this one's out too, let's see. I'm gonna try to put, that is dried up. I was gonna try to put some, maybe some hay up in here. So, take a little bit of this. Let's see what happens when I, you know, like, it may not equate to what I want it to look like. It may be too golden, even though it's really gray. This may make it look, I'm trying to hide it a little bit more with the, ooh, I picked that blue. I guess I wasn't even looking at that. Now, see, if I could really, I remember how I said I want those little animals in the thing. If I could draw a tiny, tiny rooster, that would be incredible, but that's not gonna, that's not gonna happen. Only because it just won't look realistic. Not that this is like totally realistic, but it'll truly look like it was just this little, I don't know, something sitting there. So, maybe I even need some hay. Hey. something kind of down here. Just for chagrins. See, if you don't experiment, you don't know what works and what doesn't work. So you gotta learn and figure it out. Okay. I think we're just gonna go with it. Go with what it is. That'll kind of darken up when it's dry. So, okay, so I always sign my paintings. O for Owen. L and B. And there we go. All right. Thanks for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles.